All right, ladies and gentlemen, cue the fade out. What's up, everyone? How we doing today? Things are getting a little exciting. Let's go ahead and switch music and talk about it. Let's see. That's good. You know what? I want to go back to this genre. All right, cool. Go ahead and switch screens here. All right. What's up, everyone? Guys, how we doing today? I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're not having a great day and you're in this XRP trade, hope your day gets a little bit better. Let me go ahead and just pop this up on the screen to show you guys first. I know I usually go chart related stuff, but guys, we are killing it. XRP is up 420%, up 250 bucks on this long. The account is above 1500. You know, I know it's not locked in profit, so you can't get too excited yet, but guys, you know, we're killing it. Hopefully, you know, I think XRP is due for a much larger run. You know, if things are going to be bullish, to be honest, at this point, doesn't really matter to me. I know we've been trying to short for a while now, but this just goes to show that if you hit one good trade and just be patient, it'll make up for all the losses, and we can go ahead and just, you know, continue to move forward. You know, it might be a little bit in incremental steps, but we're going to go ahead and continue to move forward. You know, we're in this ETH long as well. I'm surprisingly still in an LTC short. I got stopped out at ETH either last night or this morning. I don't know. I woke up and I was stopped out. But yeah, we're killing it on this XRP trade. So I'm very happy. I hope you guys are in it with me. I know we talked about this on previous streams. And yeah, but let's go ahead and say hi to everyone here. Let's see, smash the likes on the way in ABC crew. Thank you so much, Leaf. I do appreciate that, my friend. What's up? How you doing? Let's see, big egg roll, like smash. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Prathish, hello. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Yo, happy Tuesday, Joe. Good, nice to see you, my friend. How you doing, man? Surf, what's the video about? Well, Surf, we talk about, you know, trading. I'm a full-time crypto trader, I guess, who's here on YouTube, and I just kind of talk about my strategy. I document the trades that I make, and this is kind of a platform for you guys to go ahead and learn from me, see the trades that I made, the good and the bad. You know, it's not always sunshines and rainbows here how I do things, but I figured, you know, this is what we do here. So if you have any questions, if you're new to the channel, I welcome you to go ahead and ask any questions you might have if you're interested in learning more about me or the strategy that I use. But that's what we do here. Like button smash. I got you. Oh, okay. Yo guys, yo Johnny, Misa, thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. FBK Nismo, ABC gang, let's go. That's how we do it, man. We're one of the best around. Let's see, Surf ABC. Yes, that's the name of the strategy. The ABC strategy. Let's see, BTC rising wedge tested good support. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Bitcoin's looking good so far. We'll see how it holds. Let's see. XRP pumping, let's go. Yep, exactly. People here. Okay, I already talked about that. Where is my man? There you go. Vlad, you gotta be patient, my friend. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Prathish should be sober today. Awesome. What's up, Johnny? Clap show, thank you so much for stopping by. Let's see, Marty, hello, good to see you. Paul, good to see you, my friend. Let's see, Vlad, you have an error in the description. Let's talk. How do I, hold on. You're making me nervous, Vlad. Making me nervous. Oh, yeah, you're right. Gotcha. You know what? Let's see. I try to change that every stream, but I forgot to do it. All right, that should be better. Let's see. To be honest, Vlad, no, that key is next to the L button, so I must hit both of them at the same time. Let's see. Consta, hello. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, Johnny Illusion. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Let's see. 6 piece over for me tonight. Please, someone do a shot besides me, besides for Leash. I got you, Alif. I got you. I'll take a shot later tonight. No liquor now, though. No liquor now. But how you guys doing? Let's go ahead and talk TA here. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Bass guitar fingers, my man. I do have some sausage fingers. So, and I don't type in the conventional style. My hands all over the place, so sometimes I might just smacked both keys at the same time. But yeah, guys, hello. Hope you guys are having a good day. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on here, what could be happening, the options at hand, the trade plan going forward, and hopefully we can all be on the same page and kind of look for ideas coming up in the future. Hopefully go ahead and, continue to capitalize on this pump to the upside, or maybe maybe try to catch some sort of reversal if we are going to be topping out here soon. In order for me to do that, you guys know the drill. I do my best to try to explain things from a macro perspective first. Well, you guys can't notice, but I had to like rearrange. You guys can't see it, but I got like it's almost in the back corner down there. It's messed up. Is that my bottle? Oh, it is my bottle. Okay. But I got an extension of the green screen, so now I can I'm more free to move about the cabin. So it's pretty cool. I'm surprised. I'm happy everything all worked out. It's so nice to have that green screen up against me anymore. So yeah, side tangent there. Sorry about that. But let's go talk about how we're going to go ahead and approach what's going on in the near future. In order for me to do that, kind of have to get a good grasp, a good understanding of what the larger time frame, the larger picture looks like. In order for me to do that, we need to go on a much larger perspective. I like to, for me, like I said, it varies on the screen. It varies on what kind of monitor you're using, or if you're using your phone, you probably need to go out a lot further. But for me, an 8 hour is enough for me to see the entirety of the bear market, right? So go ahead and experiment with that. Like I said, if you have a more high resolution monitor, you probably can get away with a 4 hour. If you have a smaller monitor, you might have to go to a 12 hour. But for me, an 8 hours is a sweet spot. Just make sure you guys can see the entirety of the bear market, right? That's the most important, right? So first things first is we're going to look at the first section here. And can we, we're going to ask ourselves, do we see a nice ABC? The answer is yes. Each one of these waves has its own developed set of subwaves. This is something I've been preaching about for probably close to a year now at this point. Well, actually, no, maybe not a year. Maybe since probably October, early November. We got that lower low, and that completed an ABC for me. So we have a nice set of ABCs within each larger wave. All right, and from there, we can go ahead and look at the bigger picture and say, are we done yet, or is this the beginning of something? To be honest, there's a solution or an answer to both questions. Let's go over. I'm trying to think of which one I want to go over first. Let's go over the bullish option first this time. Usually I'm going over the bearish one. Let's go over the bullish option. The bullish option is that we do have an ABC and we're done. All right, that's it. Now we're slowly making our way up. We're probably going to form some sort of larger A to a B to a C. That's going to be part of a larger set of waves here. We're going to come down, be pulling a larger pullback and continue the upside. And, at some point, turn this into a much larger bull run. That's probably the most bullish option. In order for me to go ahead and confirm the possibility of that happening, obviously we got back above the pivot of the C with the ABC within the C. From there, it really depends on how we develop up here in upper price regions. I really don't have a clear-cut answer for you guys at the moment yet. I kind of have to wait and see how price behaves. We're really going to have to see what is going to happen here in the near future. There's some things we could talk about, some possibilities. One of the things I do want to talk about is the bearish option, which is, to me, still as likely to happen. I think if we are going to go down to that sub 10K region that everyone has been talking about over the past 6 months, not 6 months, past like 4 or 5 months, I would probably say that we probably have to go ahead and test much higher levels get everyone excited, and then have the market flip on its head. That for me is probably the best option about what could be happening. So if that is the case, this ABC actually becomes a part of a larger A, right? And somehow, I don't know how exactly it's going to develop, but we are working on some sort of larger C, right? To maybe probably test mid 30K to low 40K. And then from there, we can go ahead and, work our way down to those extreme lows. But this is probably going to take a while, and I'm probably going to go ahead and say that if we are going to play this option out, or if BTC is going to play this option. I don't know what the hell I'm saying sometimes. If this option is going to play out, it's probably going to extend into the last leg of 2023 into 2024. That's my personal opinion. These cycles, usually I could be wrong, but usually these bear cycles are a lot quicker than some of the bull cycles that we go into. So I try to keep that idea in my head, to maybe if we are going to be a little bit bearish, that we're probably going to see a quick decline for a C wave here. But, that decline can still go into the later last leg of the end of 2023, possibly into 2024. And then we can go ahead and kind of talk about a more bullish idea once you get back below that 15,400. All right. So those are pretty much the two options on the table at the moment. We do have a third, but, it's lower on my list. This kind of backs up more of a little bit of a bearish option, but if BTC can get back below this pivot here, to me personally, that's going to be a little bit more bearish. We have an ABC here. We can go ahead and talk about this in a little bit. But we are clearly pretty, so I wouldn't say significantly, but we're pretty high up above that region. And to me personally, I think if we continue to maintain above that region without showing in some sort of larger reversal, I think the probabilities to continue more upside are going to increase significantly. So from there, that's probably my best course of action right now, is stick to that level, that short level. If we never go back below it, fine, let her rip. We have other trades to go ahead and carry us to the upside, which I'm very excited to talk about, very excited to see here. So now that you guys know the larger options, like I said, either this is the end or this is the beginning. Regardless of what solution we're looking at, we have to see how price behaves up in that, I would say mid 30K to low 40K, somewhere in that region. I think that's a good area to test, me personally. Let's see. I liked your room. Thank you so much, Flat. I appreciate it. Let's see. Hey there, Johnny. Sorry I'm late. No worry about Arius. We're here having a good time. I appreciate you stopping by, though. Sky Knight, what's good, guys? What's the meeting today? Oh, and tomorrow about... I'm not sure about today, but tomorrow they're announcing interest rate hikes. So we'll see. Well, if they're going to stop or they're going to keep going. Keep in mind, the Fed's in a tight spot right now. Obviously, you guys don't know how the banking system works. I know a little bit. I'm not an expert, but from pretty much what I know is that when the Fed continues to bump interest rates, banks pretty much use people's money to leverage in bonds, and obviously interest rates affects bond yields and bond basically percentages, and I don't know how much of an impact it does have, but it does show some sort of impact when it comes to bond gains. I don't even know how you go ahead and calculate gains on bonds, to be honest. I'm not sure if actually we'll take a look at that later. But if the Fed continues to go ahead and increase interest rates, you might see a little bit more banking issues when it comes to some of these maybe larger players. Don't quote me, guys. I'm not an expert. This is what stuff I've been hearing around the internet. It makes sense to me. If I am wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. But that's just based off what I've heard. Interest rates are going to affect the results that, banks are stupidly leveraging people's money to go ahead and make more. That's a question of ethics and how they do things. That's a whole different conversation. Druther, the banks are heavy into bonds. They can't cash out a bond early, and they can't sell a bond on the open market. Yes, that's all. Yes, that's what it is. They're like locked in. That's right, Druther. I forgot about that part. But yeah, that's if the Fed keeps raising interest rates, it's not going to be good for bonds. The banks are pretty much going to be in some sort of trouble here. The Fed's probably not going to bail them out. So, there's a couple options they can go to. Well, actually, there's not really. There's one or two main options they can go to. One of them is not good for the everyday people. So keep that in mind. A lot of banks are heavy into long-term bonds, and short-term bonds pay more right now, so they are worth 80 cents on the dollar. Jeez, man, that's crazy. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about a little bit more of a zoomed-in perspective. Remember, guys, when we trade, we look for... Hold on. We started to stick to like the 1 to 2 hour perspective. Like I said, all depends on monitor size. If you have a little bit of a smaller monitor, maybe a little bit higher. If you have a better resolution monitor than I do, maybe you can get away with like a 30-minute. But for me, 2 hour is like the key. 1 to 2 hours like the key middle ground as of right now. And for me personally, you know, we do have a much larger ABC here. So for me, as long as BTC is above this region, we're probably gonna be pretty bullish. But if things start to turn, if we can come back down, put in some sort of lower low, I am looking for some sort of larger retracement at the very least. If that is the case, hopefully, unlike last time, like we happened here, we can get some sort of ABC to go ahead and give us a bottoming setup, and we can go ahead and catch the long wave on that and ride the next wave to the upside. That's a little bit more of the bearish option. But that's something to keep an eye on. It's a very important level to hold at 25,350. So as long as we're above that, things technically are more bullish. But if we go ahead and cross below that pivot, that's definitely going to be a little bit more bearish for me. And I will be shorting it. All right. I know some people are saying, John, just let this go. We're going to keep going. Yeah, I'll let it keep go. I'll let it go if price keeps pumping, guys. There's no reason to... Like, you guys have to understand, I'm looking at this from a much larger perspective, all right? My goal is to hit grand slams. We're not here to go ahead and take little swings at trades, hit a base, maybe a double. No, we're hitting grand slams out of the park. Base is loaded. That's what we do here. Let's see. This bank failure narrative sounds like a bull trap. Yeah, it definitely could be. Definitely could be. But you also have to understand, maybe markets are pumping into this until something bad happens. Or you can use the good news to fuel, or sorry, you can use bad news to fuel more people selling, more people buying into things. The goal, and what you guys have to understand on a much larger picture, is that the big banks, big money in general, don't want you in these positions. They don't want you to ride the wave up. They want to take all of the money. So they're going to kind of skew things, put news out there, get information out there that is going to scare people, or maybe if people are greedy or things are looking good, then they'll flip it on its head. We have to wait and see how news is going to develop in the future. But for me personally, you know, a prime example of what happened was with the Silicon Valley Bank news. You know, we kind of got that news in the middle of this dump. Eventually, we came back up, pumped right into it. I forgot what else happened. That was pretty much it. I think Jerome Powell spoke, got some people scared, and eventually came back up and continued to pump. So, me personally, we'll have to see how what news comes out as time develops, and we'll see how exactly the market makers want to play things out. Let's see. Coyote, yo, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. BTC is one of the only safe places to hold your money right now. It was literally designed for these situations. Yes, you're absolutely right, Coyote. Precious metals are pumping. Short-term bonds are higher than long-term. That's a big sign of a recession. Yes, I agree, Driller. I definitely agree. But going back to what I was saying before, as long as we're above that pivot, things are looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and talk about... I might have to sneeze. Hold on. False alarm. False alarm. All right. Let's see. The big question is, does retail treat crypto like gold since it's outside the banking system? Maybe has its own set of whales, or maybe some other players on, some other big players in those kind of spaces maybe do dabble with crypto and they understand how the market moves. Let's see. I saw a good ABC on gold yesterday, Joe. Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that at some point. But let me go over the main coins here, because I know a lot of people do watch the reruns. They want to get the information out of the way. Let's talk ETH. I promise I'll go over other coins and stuff after I get at the main TA out of the way. So, actually, let's go. All right. Almost the same kind of situation with Ethereum. We have an ABC here. The question is, are we done yet, or is this the beginning of something? There's a couple main pivots to keep an eye on. Most importantly is probably this pivot here. I mentioned this plenty of times in the past. Regardless of what happens, if we pump now, dump late, or dump now, pump later, at the end of the day, the two main important levels that I think are most important to hold right now, or at least to go ahead and test, are these two. That 2032 region and around that 880. Right? If we go ahead and put in a higher high off of this ABC, we can possibly talk about potentially coming down at revisiting at the very most bearish case scenario back below the previous low. If anything, we can get somewhere in the middle ground to where we come down, maybe put in some sort of ABC larger pullback, and then go ahead and continue. That's definitely on the table as well, but I definitely will be keeping my eye out on that 2032 region, regardless of, even if we put in a kind of dance around this region and keep pumping, I'm still going to try it anyway. Guys, you just don't know how markets are going to behave. This is why we take these trades, especially on a large setup like this. It's something I can't ignore. So for me personally, that's the next level I think we're probably going to test if price does decide to keep pumping. We can go ahead and talk about some other scenarios here. One of the scenarios is maybe we don't right away, how to say this, we don't initially put in a top right away. We go ahead and put in some sort of larger A to a B to a C here. Put in a lower low past this low, but not go down, test the bottom. And then go ahead and put in a higher high. Something like this. Definitely possible. I might extend the B wave just a little bit farther. It's something that I think is a possibility. That's not high on my priority list, to be honest. At the moment, I think we're definitely going to go ahead and test 2032. That's the highest probability thing I think it's going to happen, unless we go ahead and continue to put in lower lows, or we put in a lower high, or sorry, we get back below this previous low. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry, guys. I'm excited. I'm all over the place today. All right. So going ahead and understanding that, let's go ahead and go into our normal perspective here. Let's work on what is going on in this region here. Like I said before, we can definitely go up and test 2032. The probabilities of doing that are a lot higher as long as we're above this pivot. All right. Now, when I say this, guys, I don't want you to go ahead and take long trades at these highs. That's not how we do things. You just got to understand that, I took a long trade from lower, and we're definitely can go ahead and look to at least test higher regions as long as price is above a bearish pivot. Right? The bearish pivot in this case is an A to a B to a C. Now, this can change at any moment. All right, you guys got to understand. We're doing this, and how do we do this? We look at things in the lens of probabilities. All right, if the probabilities, if price is below this pivot, I'm so sorry, I'm all over the place today. I gotta slow down. If price is below this line, below that 1745-ish region, we definitely have a higher probability of going ahead and continuing to the downside. Now, you can see price has had some, I guess, a little bit of dancing around that region. We're still kind of in that region dancing around. We don't necessarily have a confirmed move just yet. The only thing that would change things for me is if we go ahead and pump to that 2032 region. Now, if that happens, I will be taking another attempt at the much larger short that we talked about before. But besides that, those are pretty much the main bearish regions for me to go ahead and look at. I am holding. I know some of you guys, I think a majority of you guys maybe didn't take this position. Unfortunately, it's something I did last minute. I wasn't going to, but as I was looking at things, like, you know what, let's just try it just in case. I took this ABC long position here, right? At around 1558. I can give you the exact entry here in a moment. The exact entry was 1562.97. Yeah, so just a little bit above that line. So long as we're above that, that's a bullish entry. Obviously, we're fighting against the bearish entry. This is the kind of point where I let price do what it do. Yes, the entries are a little bit closer together, so there's a chance of me kind of getting caught in some shenanigans. But at the same time, this allows me to kind of just sit back and take a backseat approach to this, take the entries as needed, and let price figure out what it wants to do. Let's see. I'm still in stables. ABC potential. Okay, I'll take. Not we change the definition of a recession. Smoke and mirrors in the definition of GDP. I know each other finds this hilarious. Powell said there is too many banks, so I think they will at least some fail. That is true, Druther. I think so as well. Druther possibly, but they know even if two fail, people will run to the banks. The whole system will collapse, so they believe, and also prevent more failures. That is also true, Joe. That's also a valid point. The near risk hyperinflation, that's the needle that they have to tread. Yeah, they kind of have to choose one or the other. Paul, frowny face. Forgive me for being chatty. I find the bank situation exciting. I was scared shitless in 2008. This time I know what's going on and have contingency plans. Yeah, you guys gotta understand, like, situations like that are a great way to go ahead and take advantage and make money. It's an opportunity for you guys. It's gonna suck, I can tell you that. Some of you might struggle, but it's a good chance for you guys to go ahead and get ahead. Or soft landing, as they keep saying. Yes. For other people are pretty focused on the term hyperinflation. We are far away from that. Our inflation is only 6%, not even close to hyper. Yeah. I think it's still pretty high, though. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue here. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to get my best to get the T out of the way. But you guys know the main levels for BTC. LTC pretty much hasn't really changed. For me, this ABC is a priority setup, which I'm taking right now. As long as we're below 85.37 or 85.27, I'm going to go ahead and continue to short that. So we'll have to see how this behaves. Hopefully we can get a larger answer, to be honest. I really don't care about this position. I have to take it because the pivot is there. And if we continue to pump, perfect, let it go. If we dump, I'm still covering myself a little bit. So we'll have to see how this behaves. Hopefully we can get an answer here soon. The only bearish option, the only bullish option I see at the moment is if we come all the way back down and put in a lower low past 65.10, 65.14, around there. I know it's a 65.01. Somewhere around that pivot there. So if we can get back below there and then reclaim that level and kind of put in a larger AB situation here, I definitely would be a lot more bullish on LTC. But we're not there yet at the moment. We'll have to wait and see if that happens. But definitely a direction I could see things going in. All right, now the grand finale, last but not least. Oh, look at that. Magnificent, guys. What'd I say? That's all I'm going to say. This is why we're one of the best. I'm not trying to be too much. I know things could easily flip on a dime and fall back right on my head, but it goes to show that it literally only takes one good position, and hopefully we can let this ride out. You know, I think we have to take these one level at a time. Now, there is a potential for some bearishness, right? But to be honest, it really depends on what happens here. All right, if we can put in this reversal setup, maybe I'll take a hedge position. To be honest, I might do like a half risk on this, just because I'm a little bit more if I am going to be bullish, XRP is going to be a coin. I never thought I'd be saying this, but XRP is going to be a coin that definitely will make us a lot of money in this run, or at least this little push to the upside. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. If we do not reclaim that low, I honestly think we're going to go ahead and test that 55 region. If that happens, I don't even know what to say. But that's going to put in a larger ABC here. And I definitely will try to short this again at this region. But pretty much these are the only two bearish pivots at the moment. All right, and then from there, we do have the possibility, you know, this is another option that maybe we're doing something like this. Definitely possible. All right. What I will do is mark out that low and also mark out the previous low, which is pretty much actually, what I'm going to do? I'm just going to drag it out to the previous low. Because to be honest, if we do come back down, we're probably going to go ahead and cross that low anyway. That's going to bring me to look for this for XRP. That is going to be a much larger bullish reversal in my opinion, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Those are pretty much the main pivots to look out for on a macro scale. I keep saying macro, on a larger perspective, larger time frame. I did take this position here just in case, you know, something like this did happen. Music, hold on. All right, just in case something like this happened. All right, and it did play out. You know, I took the entry around 36.10. I can give you the exact entry here in a second. Where is it? My exact entry was 36.08. So we're still currently holding above that. You know, we're still, the account's still above 1,500, which is insane. Hopefully we can maintain above that. If not, like I said, we're going to be taking shorts. And hopefully we can protect ourselves on the way down. But like I said, we put ourselves in the best position to ride the wave on both directions, just in case we are in a position to where we can go ahead and capitalize on the most amount of price action as we can. But guys, that's pretty much it. When it comes to the main TA, now if you guys want me to go over something, please let me know. For those who are watching, tuning in, or just tuned in, if you guys missed anything, please let me know if you want me to go over something. It's higher than the average inflation, but we could print $2 trillion and not be still not be in hyperinflation. I think I really need LTC to dump to bring my account back to even after the last fake out. The downside, I believe the government will just keep kicking the can down the road. Yeah, probably. Hello, can we please finally break 28.5? We'll see, Jeff Jefferson. We'll see. We're still fighting in that region. Let's see. Can I get a second opinion on BNB short, please? Absolutely. Okay, we're still hovering. Okay. To be honest, Coyote, you can go for the bearish option and try this. I'm not trying it because I already have other shorts in play. I would take this. Not financial advice, guys. This is just my opinion. This is stuff I would do. I'm showing you guys how I structure my trades. This is not me telling you to go ahead and do anything. I'm not a financial advisor. Just, you know, be aware of that. Take these trades at your own risk. I do not tell you guys to take these trades. I'm just letting you guys know what I do, how I approach things, how I structure and take my trades myself. So if this was me, I probably would take it. If you don't have any other short positions you want to get into, I think this is not a bad idea. This level has been a constant reversal spot if you look back even further. Oh yeah, you're right. You are right on that. Let's see, how many short setups do I have? We have, maybe I'll take this one instead of the XRP short. So we're not on BTC. We have ETH. We have LTC. You know what? I think I'm going to try it. Let me go ahead and get this out to the group quick. What is going on with this music? All right, hold on. I can't do this. So if you guys are interested, for those who might be new to the channel, if you want to learn more about ABCs, I do have my own private Discord group. If you guys are interested in joining, we go over everything ABC related. You get all my setups in real time here. Let me go ahead and just copy this. As you can see, I'm updating everyone at the moment. So if you guys are interested, I'll go ahead and do a quick little plug. You get my basically real-time updates, real-time setup from me, as well as you guys get access to the community. My guys have been absolutely spot on. So shout out to my ABC crew. Thank you guys so much for doing what you do. You guys are absolutely fantastic. You guys also get access to tutorial videos where you get everything you need from A to Z, soup to nuts, when it comes to everything trading related, from the ABC strategy to the actual leverage trading tutorials, from even my beginner DCA strategy, how I go ahead and just buy spot. But the most important thing, arguably, in my opinion, is the actual trade psychology aspect of things. Not too many people focus on this, and I promise you guys, this is going to carry you a lot further than any strategy will. So go ahead, and if you guys are interested, it's not required. I can go ahead and talk about anything trading psychology related, anything related to ABCs in these streams. We also do a weekly AMA sessions, so I got to make an event for this week, for tomorrow's. I'm so bad I'm doing for setting that up ahead of time. I gotta start doing that more preemptively. I apologize about that. But yeah, if you guys are interested, check out the second link in the description. You guys can try it out for a month if you want. There's also a lifetime membership. You get access to this group for a lifetime, and also with a lifetime membership, you also get access to Trigger Trade for a lifetime, which is the platform that I use to go ahead and manage my trades for me. It's basically, it's a how do I say this? It's a Tradingview bot, but it only manages entries. All right, you have to set everything yourself, but David Tech and his brother have go ahead and created this platform and the bot, so it's absolutely a fantastic tool. Shout out to David and William if they're watching by any chance. This tool has been absolutely a game changer for me. A lot of these other platforms that do the same thing charge 20 or 30 bucks a month. You know, you might pay a little bit more upfront, but you get it for a lifetime for free. I definitely think it's worth the price for everything combined, but you guys absolutely don't have to. Just extra added bonuses. So if you guys are interested, check out the second link in the description, as well as if you guys want to pay me in crypto, I will take crypto as payment only for the lifetime. So go ahead and if you do want to pay with crypto, message me on Discord. My Discord is in the bottom or close to the bottom of the description of this video, and let's see if we can make it happen. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this BNB setup right now. Actually, shit. Go ahead and do this live. Oh, this stupid music. Some of it's good, some of it sucks. All right. So BNB, let's pull up the calculator here. Sorry guys, I'm gonna do the calculator off screen just because it's a lot easier for me to go back and forth instead of alt tabbing. We're gonna do market value 910. I would say 850. Sell short 50%. 870. We're close. 880. 890. There we go. Actually, 885. Yep, that's gonna work. All right, guys, so we're in this BNB short. Let's try it, see what happens. To make sure I got at least a good, decent entry. Oh yeah, I pretty much got in at the entry, yeah. So let's see what happens. If we continue to pump, fantastic. Let her rip. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I mean, this level has been good. Okay. Higher lows off of each rejection. How high is that monitor above you? You're looking at the stars. They're both. This one I have in front of me is a 32 inch. The one above is a 31.5 inch. So it's a lot of screen. And so just like the way I'm sitting too is like I have to kind of like sit back a little bit just to make sure that I can see everything. But yeah, I got a lot of screen real estate there. Let's see. He's FaceTiming with God. So it's not with God, it's the market makers, all right? Telling them, give me this good or short entry. I'm kidding. Let's see. Let's see. I'm holding hold till this weekend. LOL JKJK. I know. I know you're just joking, Joe. Anyone waiting for the long setup on Matic at 107.36? Let's go ahead and check that out. So unfortunately, Illusion. That is. Oh, you're talking about this one. Ah, okay. You're talking about this one. I think so, right? It's not this one. It's this one. That's the one you're talking about, right? The Discord's definitely worth it. The community is chill. I appreciate that. Let's see. I got into that each short from 1821. So far, so good. NW. Was there an ABC on that? Just keep in mind, NW, I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but, you know, for me, the bearish confirmation is to continue to maintain below 1748. We'll have to see how that happens, but hey, if it's working out for you, it's working out for you. For each 1779 wouldn't be valid because of it's all one trade night, right? Let's see. 1779. Yeah, it's too small for me, Joe. And you're so close to the bigger entry. I would just stick to the bigger entry. Yeah, to me, this is all part of one larger trend. All right, let's see. Man, I should have taken an XRP long. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I know, Coyote. It's unfortunate, but, you know, there's always opportunities, man. I promise at some point, you're going to hit a grand slam, man. I promise. You're going to hit a grand slam, and it's going to make up for everything. Why don't you enter by limit? It's cheaper. Isn't it cheaper? It is but it's if you're going in and out of trades constantly, yes, Paul, but for me it's just easier. I'm not paying that much. So it's, you know, for compared to what I would be making, it's a small price. I caught XRP and picked up a spot back too. That's awesome, brother. Congratulations, man. I don't buy spot XRP. I'll leverage trade it every once in a while. But trading under the influence. For example, guys, if let's say I'm not gonna take profit, but I'm gonna give you guys hypotheticals. 55.85. All right, for my particular situation. If I take profit at 55.85, that's an extra $250. All right, just about an extra $200 in profit I'd be making. I'm not gonna go ahead and do it, but I'm just letting you guys know, like, that trade is gonna be absolutely ginormous. That's definitely gonna, like I said, that's gonna make up for the losses and some. You guys don't understand too is that we make a lot more money on the upside than the downside. I mean, if you guys don't know that, there's a little trick for you. Shorts don't play out as much as longs do. Doesn't mean I won't short. It just, for me, is I'm going to prioritize. I'm going to try my best, especially at the right moment, to go ahead and ride momentum to the upside. Pretty big XRP short at 43.37. Yes, Sky Knight. Yes, I do have that level marked out. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to take that. I have another short already. Hold on, I might have to sneeze again. Man, I'm sorry about that, guys. When it comes to, like, right now, like, if you look at, oh, you can't see me, but right, other way. If I move my mic, can you see it? No. But on the bottom left-hand side of my screen, it says it's 59 degrees outside. All right. The amount of the temperature fluctuations, it absolutely kills my sinuses. And look, there's bees outside of my window. Fantastic. But yeah. It's a beautiful day out today, guys. I'm so happy about this. Let's see. All right, now I'm just stuffy. Hold on. I gotta. Now I'm. Let's see. But Joe, you gotta understand something. This strategy is meant for taking grand slam trades, right? Like, I understand you took profit, you know, you were drunk, maybe you didn't want to take that trade at first. But you gotta understand, like, this strategy, the way you win big time with this strategy is not settling for taking profit too early. I think one of the biggest problems traders have is there's two, I would say there's two main, maybe three main categories traders have problems with. One, getting stopped out consistently. Two, taking profits too early. Three, FOMOing. Those are probably the biggest three struggles that traders have. Is, you know, fear of missing out, you know, leaving money on the table. I think taking profit too early because they don't want to see the money go away is a big issue, as well as getting stopped out multiple times. They don't like to lose. For me personally, I think it's a skill. It's something you guys have to practice to get used to. Let's see. Hey, Johnny, have you changed your leverage to 17x? Just on this position. So I'm going based off what the calculator told me, Jeff Jefferson. You're still in here. So, example, I only have $910 in open margin right now. So 17x is what it told me to do. So for like smaller altcoins and stuff, I'll probably use 17x. But for only BTC and ETH, I'll use 25x. Let's see. I was happy. Okay. Bless you. Thank you so much, Loser. Unfortunately, I didn't sneeze, but I appreciate it. Let's see. Joe, just FYI, the strat. Okay, we talked about that. Hello, I did some homework. Where do you think CRV will top out this cycle? I heard some might double top or lower for BTC. I don't know, BetaBot. That's tough, man. I know we've gone over this before, but my opinion hasn't really changed. You know, at the very least, a test of $6 would make sense. Anything above that, I don't know. I really don't know. I heard somebody say we might make a double top or lower for BTC. It's possible, Beta. Like, I have my key levels that I'm looking for. I'll have to wait and see how price respects it. If we continue lower, fantastic. You know, I'm in shorts to cover me, but we'll have to see what happens. But oh well, I was playing with that scalp ABC hybrid. No worries, Joe. If it wasn't a position you didn't want to take, you know, you walked away with something, no big deal. But like I said, if it's a main part of your strategy that you're taking this trade and you take profit too early, you know, not the best decision in my opinion. Thanks. No problem, BetaBot. Because of ABC's now, I leave profit too much on the table using other strats. Yeah. It's a good and bad habit at the same time. Last chance to hit the like button. I appreciate that, Patish. BetaBot, thanks. Jeff Jefferson, thanks, man. Yeah, just keep in mind. Do you want me to create a Tradingview script where we don't have to copy paste the trigger trade text to every alert? Someone else brought that up to me. His name is Aster. He's in our Discord group as well. I was talking to him, and he said he created a I guess code to go ahead and not just automatically take the trades for us, not have to copy and paste. Charlie, if you can make it work, I'll be interested. Are you going to try to short ETH at 1744? Yes, I will short it again. I have the alerts set up, so I will short it again if we get back below that, Sky Knight. What is with this music, man? What did I do last time that was like a lot more fun? Maybe Techno. Maybe I think it was Techno. Yeah, I think this is the more fun playlist. I can have it ready by tonight. Charlotte, if you don't mind, I mean, I'll check it out. If it makes things easier for me, absolutely, I'll go ahead and do it. Well, if you guys are just tuning in, welcome. I'm looking at XLM, Johnny. Yeah, I can actually take a look at it. If you guys have any questions for me, if you're just tuning in, if you need me to go back over anything, please let me know in chat. You know, this is why we do these streams. It's to make sure you guys go ahead and get as much information out of these live streams as possible. So if you guys have any questions for me, please. Is there a limit to how many shorts you take? The XRP short seems pretty big, but you won't take it since you're in other shorts. Yeah, so I try my best to try not to take too many positions in one direction. I think I'll limit myself to maybe 2, maybe 3 positions tops on either side. So I'll only take like 2 or 3 longs. I'll only take 2 or 3 shorts. The only reason why is because it's about total portfolio exposure. And to me, like, I'm risking a lot. All right, you guys understand. When I'm taking 3 trades at a time, I'm risking almost 10% of my account per section of trades. So if all 3 trades get stopped out, I'm more than likely going to go ahead and lose a lot of money. Keep that in mind. You know, if you guys are using the same structure as me, 3% stop loss, 3%, 3% risk, do not be taking, I would say maybe at the most take 2. Right, because 6% is a lot, right? But I recommend, you know, if you're using a little bit more of lesser risk parameters, like if you're not risking 3%, risking less, yes, you can get away with taking a little bit more positions. But you got to understand it's about total portfolio exposure, right? I'm risking a lot at the moment. I try my best to not to spread myself too thin. And like you said in the next comment, it can cause too much saturation in my positions. Yeah, I'm at 3% stop loss, 0.5% risk. Yeah, like someone like a Leaf, like that's a great example of good structure. You can go ahead, a Leaf, and you can take multiple positions if you want. You know, don't take 20 positions. You know, I've done that in the past, but you can go ahead and take a handful if you wanted to. Like, maybe not a handful, maybe like 3 or 4 trades on one side if you want. You know, at the end of the day, 0.5% risk times 4, it's only 2% risk total loss. Got to work now. Hope to catch up with you later. Definitely Betabot. If not, I'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate you stopping by, though. Yes, gold. Joe, thank you for reminding me. I will take a look at gold. All right, so for XLM, the most important thing I see at the moment is a possibility of this short coming into play. All right, if we put it in that higher high and then come back below, I definitely will consider, you know, this a good short position. Something that I'm not going to do, but if you guys want to do it, not financial advice. This is just me right now. This is what I personally would be thinking. Let's see. This is something I personally would do if I wasn't in already too many trades. But like I said, not financial advice. Don't go ahead and do this. Make your own decisions on that. Hopefully you guys can at least come up with a smart logical play, or at least stick to the strategy. So let's see. So that's pretty much it. A Leaf. Oh yeah, a Leaf, yeah. See gold, and then let's see, Gig Grifter, done good with long and Gala. Can you check it? Absolutely, my friend. So we'll do gold and we'll do Gala. Oh, wow. Look at that. I called this yesterday. I'm not saying I called it to the T, but I'm saying this is something I was letting you guys know. If you guys are in David Tech's group, I did a session with his group yesterday, as well as I live streamed it. If you guys were in my Discord, I showed you guys where to go. I talked about this as a possibility, as this being a potential ABC. You know, there's a point of reversal. Maybe we can get something like this. That's the bearish case scenario. Bullish case, you know, at least we get a smaller pullback and continue up. But let's see. That's pretty much it, Joe. Let's do Gala. Guys, thank you guys so much for asking. It's good content for the channels. I really do appreciate it. Binance, I'm assuming, is the best one. So when it comes to this coin, unfortunately, the trends are kind of choppy on the way down. We like to see clear separations in trend. Me personally, I do not really see anything besides this, but even still, maybe this one inside the C. So you perhaps could have taken this one. That would have been a decent trade. Man, that was actually a decent setup. I kind of danced around this region. We came back through, tested as support, and then came back up. It's not a bad trade, gig. Not a bad coin as of now. Like I said, unfortunately, these trends are pretty choppy. I like to see price kind of break apart and kind of structure things a little bit better. What I mean by choppy is just like they're just straight down trends with this like little tiny separation in trends going down the entire way. So let's see. I'm curious if you guys thought about scaling risk for the same ABC trade level. First trade 2.5, stopped out 0.5. The problem with that, Joe, is that you run into a thing I know you're trying to that's a strategy called martingale. It's when you martingale your losses to. Look, I'm not saying it's probably for most people, for most situations, yes, it's probably a terrible way to approach risk, because what if you get stopped out 10 times? 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 1.5, 3%, 6%, 12%, 24%, 48%. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Maybe you can do it up to a certain limit. I do not recommend that at all. I think I've had someone bring this up to me, which is an interesting point. This was a long time ago. I still remember this. Oh, not doubling, just scaling. Still the same concept. I'm not the biggest fan. Wouldn't it make sense to do that in reverse? Not really, Coyote, because your overall trade that you're walking. So let's say if you get stopped out 4 times and then the 5th time, you go ahead and it wins. You're going to be walking away with a lot less because you lost a lot of money up front. You lost more money up front. Possibly, Joe, it's possible, but like I said, you have to be using low risk to begin with. A lot of people are using 1%, 2%, even 3% like me. It doesn't make sense to go ahead and scale up from there. But if you want to start slow, like I said, it's something that it's possible. The only thing I will say you might have to do is you might have to increase your stop loss a little bit, because that might decrease your chances of getting stopped out more. Also, like I said, don't take this into consideration. And this is something I haven't practiced. Can you please write in Discord what you short and what you long? I am lost. Paul, I have my own. Have you been looking at the setups, my setups channel? So if you go on the left-hand side under ABC Crew, you see the little whale emoji, John Setups. You know, I highlighted the position there. I gave you the entry that I was taking. I talked about that one. Did I talk about the XRP one in this one? Or maybe I didn't talk about did I talk about the XRP? I could have swore I posted it. Did I not post the XRP setup? What? There. Oh, yeah, I did post the XRP setup. Here you go. So the XRP setup I posted, you know, with the entry that you could have taken. This one I know has 2, but you could take it either or in this case. I talked about the each setup that I took. You know, I took that BTC short. So if you go to my setups page under the ABC Crew tab, Paul, that's where you'll get everything. And what I do is turn notifications on for when I post. I only post when I'm either letting you guys know when I'm live streaming, when I have the events, or when I'm posting his setups. If it want to be less confusing, I have some people turn off notifications for everything else unless they're actively in a conversation. But they turn my notifications on. So anytime I post in this specific channel, you can edit the permissions. Or not, oh, sorry, that's my setup. But you can edit the setup. You can change the notification settings. Sorry for the confusion. Is there a way to post the stream alerts in a different channel to keep your setups clear? You know what? Coyote, yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'll set up a separate stream alerts channel. That's it. Yeah, I should probably do that. That's a good idea, Coyote. What are we listening to? Thanks. No problem, Paul. If you have any questions, let me know. Well, that's my good idea for the week back to beat a smooth brain. That's a good one. Oh, this is gonna be my moneymaker here. I'm not gonna call out. I was watching. I watch a select handful of YouTubers who trade a certain way, and let's see. Polo, you in Chart Champions Discord, Johnny? Champion or a contender? I do not pay for Chart Champions Discord. I'm just in it because I go into like the free. I'm in the free section, so I'll go to like general chat and just like kind of just every once in a while I'll look through it. I think I saw some of you guys in here. Oh, but nothing really goes on in this. But I'll. Oh, would you look at that? Interesting. But yeah, I don't pay for his membership. He charges an arm and a leg for that. But yeah. Let's see. Johnny, if you held your BTC long, would you have actually caught the exact bottom? Of course, that is BTC doesn't come lower. Yeah, that's possible. I know some people are still holding that long, and if you are, congratulations, man. But for me personally, it's quite possible that that could have been the actual bottom. It's quite possible. Let's see. Have you watched Stavros' most recent LA Wave update? His main expectation is pretty wild. Yes. Yeah. I have watched this. He's still like 50. I mean, he has a main bias, but he's still kind of on the same boat as I am. Johnny, why did you get to that BTC long again? Was there another long setup? Yeah, so at that moment, Joe, we're looking for a continuation setup. Unfortunately, we just didn't we weren't able to hold it. But we were long off of this setup here. We pretty much call it the bottom as of now. And then I took profit off of this setup. Oh no, it was this setup here. I took profit here. And then re-entered, got stopped out. There just wasn't another position, unfortunately. Just wasn't another position. And then boom, to the upside. Trailer, did you watch the clip from the 2-year-old kite video I posted? Yeah, it was pretty nuts. That was pretty nuts. Like, man, kite's a genius. Pretty crazy how, and that's another reason why I go ahead and like make these YouTube videos. Is that what if we time the bottom? You know, we can go back and say we got the bottom. So yeah. Hello, Johnny. How are you doing? I was looking for Rivian for a DCA. How would you do it? Let's see. What's the ticker for that? RVIN. All right. So I approach my DCAs a little bit differently. I still use the ABC method. But usually what I like to do is when price puts in a trend in a low and we get a bounce, all right, and then we come back below, I will sprinkle a little bit on the test of that level. All right. So what I'll do is I'll section out my DCA buys accordingly, and I'll dedicate a certain amount of money to these DCA buys. So what I will do is maybe, let's say I plan on investing, let's say 10% of my account of my net worth, whatever I plan on investing into stocks, right? Out of that 10%, maybe I might invest 10% into a group of speculative stocks. All right. And then from there, let's say I select 4 stocks. So you guys got to do the math on that. 10% of 10%, 25% of 10% of 10%. So that is 10%, 10% is 1%, a quarter of that is 0.25 total. All right. And from there, I'll look at the chart and I'll kind of come up with different areas of support. All right. For me, this is the main one, and you can consider this a smaller one here. I personally would just go ahead, and usually there's a lot more price action when it comes to looking at these larger stocks. But unfortunately for Rivian, there's just not too much to go off of. So for me personally, I probably would just sprinkle the majority of that percentage just at 1926 and just let it ride. I thought we were supposed to hedge instead of taking profit. Well, LA87, if you have any questions regarding that, that's it. Rivian's pretty simple. Other stocks are a little bit different. Just more, if you need me to post another example of that, I can. Let's see. I thought you were supposed to hedge instead of taking profit. No, Joe. The only reason why, because the continuation method is we allow ourselves to basically ride the momentum of the continuation of the bull run. Like I said, unfortunately, we just got caught up in a messy situation. You maybe could have taken this one, but that's just too small for me. And that's kind of why I took ETH, because ETH was still kind of below that pivot or around that pivot before BTC popped. So I said, screw it, I'll take it if necessary. But yeah, we take profit off the table to go ahead and secure profit, as well as allow us to ride the momentum of the next wave up. The problem is we don't know exactly where price is going to go ahead and top out. We had a very, very bearish structure here, right? And then we formed an even more bearish setup here. So for me personally, I'm not saying we're going to, what if we reverse from here, Joe? I need you to like understand the other side of things. If we reverse and say put let's say this was the top, right? Let's take in bearish case scenario, all right? Hypothetical. Let's say this was the top and we worked our way back down. You just lost the entire move up, right? Instead of taking profit, getting stopped out a couple times, taking that short entry, riding it down, capitalizing on that. You know what I mean? It's a double-edged sword. I understand what you're thinking, but at the same time, you also have to understand is that we took a setup that gave us a higher probability of price continuing to the upside. Now, unfortunately, it just didn't play out. Is it too late to invest in BTC? Prem, you could always, there's nothing wrong with dollar cost averaging, but I never ever suggest anyone take a large sum of money and just buy right now. Like, you have to like sanction it. It's section. You have to section it. You know, if you want to, not financial advice, this is what I would do. Put a little bit here, and then put a little bit down here, put a little bit down here, you know, and then buy a little bit more on the way down. Wait, gotcha. So we take profit on the short setup, not the continuation long setup. Wait, did I miss? Joe, wait, it's not the continuation. Wait, gotcha. So we take profit on the short setup. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit confused by that. We take profit by and also simultaneously looking for short setups. It's not exactly the same time, but you have to understand is that sometimes if the continuation setup fails, we have the short setup to kind of give us a little bit more of a cushion if it comes back down. No, we TP continuation setup as a hedge short. Yes, that's an easier way to explain it, Coyote. Yes. How are positions doing? I'm not doing so bad. Not doing so bad. We're still in the green. ETH coming down. We still got a little bit of war to go until I get entered. Okay, so profit would have been at 21,400-ish. For the long setup that we took, the continuation setup was 22,600, 22,630. Let's see. OPUSDT. Yeah. Ooh. It's kind of ugly, Prateesh. See, he really danced around this pivot of the short. No worries, I'm just overthinking. Well, Joe, if you need me to clarify something, let me know. I would say the only great thing right now is either that short setup here, That would be a short setup, bullish case scenario. Maybe a sign, maybe, well, not bullish case, but for me, I would say you could keep going past it. That'd be a more bullish case scenario. But if you want to look for a long setup, you need something like this. That's what I would consider. So pretty much you're stuck between two entries here. Wait to see what price gives you. Hopefully you can get an answer. The only way this changes, if you get a higher high before getting a lower low, that lower low, this setup here becomes invalid. All right, because it'll be a new trend. But if you can get a lower low and then get a lower high. See, oh, AVAX has a potential long coming up. Wow, you can tell it's been, the last time I looked at this was back in June. I mean, it's slightly above a much larger bullish entry, Joe. So if you want to try to take it, not financial advice, but try to get as close to that entry as you can. We are above a bullish pivot too. So this could turn into an A-B scenario. A to a B to a C. Something like that. Let's see. We're about to retest and dump a little bit. Bearish CBD. Everyone's longing. Definitely possible, Polo. Definitely possible. Wouldn't surprise me. But this is why we get into our entries that we need to. And let the market decide how we do things. Or let the market decide what it wants to do. That's what I meant to say. So hopefully we can get an answer here soon. God, it's so nice seeing that XRP long, though. Hopefully I don't lose it all. That would suck. But we get it, Johnny. Stop rubbing it in. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just I just had a feeling, and you guys saw it. You know, I told you guys way in advance. You had a multiple. I'm not saying you should have taken that trade, but you know, for me, you had plenty of opportunity to take that trade, and like I said, I'm holding it. KDA sucks. Yeah, it is unfortunate. I like it as a project, man. I like it as a project. I'm up. I bought it. I bought some spot around like 87 cents. I might buy some more later. I like it as a project. I would never leverage trade it though. I would say never. I don't like to leverage trade it. Yeah, salt in the wound. I'm sorry, Coyote. It's just cool. It's cool to see. You guys got to admit, like, it's cool to see how this plays out exactly. And like what I was trying to say before, just some people I watch, some of them were LA Wave guys, They're saying, oh, it's gotta be some sort of, it's gotta be, you know, we're looking for another leg down. We're looking for another leg down. I'm like, all right, dude, like, I forgot what they were saying. I think they were saying just some sort of flat, and I don't know. I don't remember, but they just kept pointing down, down, down. I'm like, okay. Let's see. Is XLM a short? Zephyro, let's see. I would wait to get that higher high around 0.98. Yeah, even when I zoom out, that one is not really a good setup. I mean, it's a decent setup, but I'm going to be prioritizing there. So if you can get back above that previous high and then get back below, that's what I'd be looking for. KDA got to rip faces. KDA lost its fluffers. I only use LA Wave on Glee charts. XRP is way too far choppy for me to get. Yeah, I agree. And I think it's so funny watching people try to like navigate XRP with like this. This is a shite coin, guys. This is just a higher market cap shite coin. All right, guys, we're pushing an hour and a half mark. I do have to leave before 3 o'clock, so I have to leave in the next 20 minutes. But we're gonna go ahead and play Wordle. If you guys have any questions for me, please ask. If you guys don't know what Wordle is, basically this is a game where you have to guess a 5-letter word within 6 tries. We do this as a team, as a community. Take a look at Phantom, please. Yeah, I'll do Phantom. What's the ticker for that? Oh, never mind. I got it. Phantom, you had a bullish setup. This pivot was a little bit choppy, though. I would say, let's look at the macro. All right, yeah, this is turning into, okay. Phantom, this is turning into an ABC situation. All right. You're coming off that bullish pivot here. Look at that. Wow. Look at this. Look at how it came back down and respected it as support. Pretty damn well. I love to see that. Ultimately, I think there's 2 courses of action here. If I want to see a more bullish setup, something like this would be ideal. Or if price maybe wants to reverse, we go up and put in a higher high. Potentially look at this as a possibility. Those are pretty much the 2 options on the table right now. Well, I'm already long, so. Oh, did you take it at that one at 41.14? If you did, it's not a bad one. We're probably gonna go up and test that. But let's keep in mind this can turn into a larger ABC in either direction. Yeah, revenge on Johnny Brack. I'm sorry, guys. If it really comes off like that, it's more, I'm not trying to brag about like how you guys missed out and I didn't. No, it's more of like showing you how, you know, how we stick to our plan and how the plan works, how the plan plays out. I hope you guys know that. If you guys honestly think I'm approaching it that way, I'm sorry. That's not how I mean it. I know Joe. If it's Joe, I know he's busting my chops. Nah, it was a different method. Caught the 30-cent pullback. I got you. Okay. All right, hold on. I was gonna make sure I set up my plans. So make sure I get a confirmed time, because the last thing I hate doing is leaving a certain time and just like, oh no, you don't have to leave so soon, or oh hey, you should have been here at this time. So I do actually have to be out of here by like 3 o'clock ish. Why? I feel like, I mean, obviously AEIOU is the vowels, so they're gonna be more common, but I don't know why we've been getting a lot of words with O and U in the same spot. Like I said, that's just me. I know it's common letters. No, and bounces is a 6-letter word. Sound. Let's see. Strep. I know we're trying to get letters out of the way, Coyote, but we already have half the placement, so I really don't want to waste a spot. Maybe something, if we can get the E in there. It's not sound, mound, pound. It's not any of those. Ooh, but Arius, rough is a good one. All right, so tough. We got it. Good job, guys. Bidarius, if Bidarius didn't say rough, it would have took me a little bit. Rough, tough. There you go. Nice, you got it on 4 tries. Let's see. Zephyro, can you take a look at sand? Absolutely. Do you have a preferred exchange? Or do you know the exchange with the most? I'm going to do Binance. There's nothing wrong with sticking to Binance. If there's an exchange with more price history, please let me know, Zephyro. On a macro scale, that wasn't even close. I don't know why I drew that line there. Do you have a bullish pivot? You can see we're kind of dancing around that pivot at the moment. This is a little bit of a tough one. Let's see. ABC within the C. All right. So what I'm gonna go with is there's 2 options. Ultimately, the most important one for me is to understand that we can go ahead and test this top. The other option is that we can go ahead and put in another ABC here. Before coming up for another swing to the upside, forming something like this. All right, if that level fails, I personally think that we're going to go ahead and put in a lower low past this pivot. So at the moment, these are probably the most important key levels to go ahead and keep an eye on. Now, keep in mind, if we break this high, all right, I need you to understand that these 2 levels become invalid because it becomes part of a larger structure. And then you have to work on what's after that. If you get another ABC after that, possibly. But just remember, price can come down, visit these lows, or visit this low. Another thing to keep in mind too, it is if we visit this low, the absolute lowest low, this is taken off the table. So let's keep in mind, if we break the high, these 2 positions are off the table. If we break the low, this position is off the table. That's probably the best course of action, in my opinion, Zephyro. I don't see anything on ApeCoin. Would you care to take a quick look? Absolutely. We can absolutely do that. Guys, I'm absolutely loving today's stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know we had more people in the beginning, but thank you guys for sticking around. I really do appreciate it. It does help me in the channel. You know, if you guys could like the video, if you haven't, I would greatly appreciate it. Also subscribe if you haven't. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, would love to have you come back. If you're a new subscriber, thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned something new today. Ape. Oh damn, subs are flying. Yeah, we're at 1467 right now. You know, I get about probably 10 to I get around 10 to 15 subs per day. Usually that's what I get. So for Ape, on a larger perspective, it's kind of tough because there's not really too much to go off of. I do see this, and I am not counting this wick. I don't know what the hell that wick is. We have a bullish setup there with an ABC. It's possible we can get something like this. If that is the case, I need to get a lower low past the previous low. That's in the cards, so keep that in mind. Another one that's in the cards on the macro perspective is that we can get something like this. You know, we do have an ABC here with an ABC here, so this turns into an ABC scenario. So we can definitely come up to that high and break that high and reverse from there. Definitely possible. Or it could be just a smaller pullback. Or continuing higher. Something like that. Definitely possible as well. So at the moment, it really depends. If we come down, if I go to a relatively smaller time frame, you could try to take this one. This would be an A, B to a C scenario to an ABC. So I personally would say if we get back below 366.93 and get back above, definitely a plausible entry. Not financial advice. Like I said, that's something I would do. All right, it's pretty cool. Actually, I like the way this is starting out, so I'm just going to favorite it anyway. Let's see. Oh, damn. Can you get... Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can't forget about the DXY. Thank you so much, Coyote. I always forget about that. DXY is always interesting. Okay. Now, yesterday we talked about something interesting. If you guys weren't tuning in to David's channel, David's live stream yesterday, what I did with his group, one of the things I talked about is that this ABC looks like one larger A. Looks like we're working on a B, maybe a C. The other variation is that maybe we're not done with this yet. We get something like this. Definitely possible. Keeping that in mind, I am going to go ahead and mark that high as a potential pivot. All right. We also have a bullish setup here. All right. That is a bullish pivot, which can help us get to the upper region to 105. So if we can get back above that, things might be looking a little bit bearish. But if we can't hold this level, we continue to break and continue down, you know, falling from here, I definitely think that we can see higher prices on assets in general, not just BTC. Let's see, man. That Fest stuff tomorrow is going to be fun to watch on the charts. Yeah, maybe I'll stream. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow if it gets crazy enough. Maybe we'll just hang out, do like a fun one. I don't know yet. We'll see. If I do, if stuff starts happening around the same time that we usually stream and I'm not doing anything, I'll definitely tune in. So guys, I'll let you guys know if that does happen. You mean squeaky burn time? Oh, anyone liking Bone Shiba Swap? I have no idea what that is. MRK. And I really, that sounds like just another sheep variation. So, unfortunately, it's something I don't really look into. I don't really trade those types of coins. Squeaky bum time. Oh, squeaky bum time. Not squeaky burn time. Squeaky bum time. All right, yeah. So all right. So I do. Let's see. Shibarium. Hello. Have you heard about that disaster? I've seen it circulate on YouTube. Every time I watch that, I see like headlines about it. I just go and it just keeps scrolling. So I really had no interest in that, Joe. I'm sure it was a disaster. Anything you're about, if you could tell me about it, anything you're about to say probably wouldn't surprise me. They use actual Shiba Inus for the burn. Oh, God. God, I think I need to stretch. Nah, there's just a coding error when launched. Okay, I got you. All right, well, have a good couple days, guys. Thank you so much, Joe. Joe, I'll probably be here tomorrow. You know, if things get crazy, I'll pop in, hang out for a little bit. I figured instead of the longer streams, maybe I'll pop in when news and stuff is going on. I'll do that. So definitely keep an eye out, Joe. I'll let you guys know in the Discord if I do pop in live. It's gonna be spontaneous. I'm not gonna plan it. It's just gonna be something that we're gonna just hang out and just, you know, kind of just hang out, really. They say Bone is used for gas fees on Shibarium, similar to ETH. I have no idea what Bone is. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it. No. You know what? I'll stay for 10 minutes. We'll go to the full 2 hours. Maybe not. I do have to start my car and stuff. Hope all the volatility tomorrow doesn't enter on my trades and close them in 2 minutes like the GD last Fed meetings. It's possible, Joe. I mean, like I said, hopefully, maybe if we can get a smoother market direction before that, to where we can get ourselves a little bit more room to get out of that volatility zone. Definitely possible. But we'll have to wait and see. All right, guys. You know what? No, unfortunately, I can't stay for the last 10 minutes. Because I do have to leave my house by 3 o'clock. By the time I get there, I have to be there before 3:15. So, I know if I leave at 3 o'clock, I'm gonna have to. I will just make it. So, I do have to call it because I do have to finish getting ready. So, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate the love and support, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are new to the channel, I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe if you like this type of content. If you want to learn more from me. Like I said, I'm not going to go ahead, and I feel like most of you guys are in my group already. If you guys aren't in my Discord group, if you guys are interested, check out the second link in the description. If you guys want to join, go ahead and sign up. If you want to pay via crypto, DM me. We'll figure something out for you. It's not necessary though, but if you guys want to go ahead and like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for for tuning in tonight or today. MRK, be cool. Thanks. Thank you so much, Badarius. See you at the KS tomorrow. Exactly. Badarius will be here. Thank you so much, my friend. Christina, thank you as well. Thank you for tuning in. Joe, thank you. MRK, all right, we said that. Coyote, thank you. Vlad, peace. Thank you so much, my friend. Let's see who else. Zephyr, if you're still here, thank you so much. Mark Z, thank you. Spooky Smart, thanks again. Polo, thank you so much for tuning in. NW, LA87, Sky Knight, Prem. See you tomorrow. Keep between the ditches. You know it, guys. Paul, thank you so much if you're still here. Everyone who decided to stick around till the end, I appreciate you guys so much. Hope to see you guys soon. Tomorrow, most likely, but if I don't see you guys tomorrow, I will be here. I'll be here on Thursday as well. So, be good, be safe, trade the plan. Now we know the plan. Use good risk management. Don't be stupid. I'm gonna be a dad today. Okay, I'm just kidding. Love you guys. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll do the thing. I'll just stare and then I'll end the stream.